The last line was, "Leave me and I'll die. I will die, 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 die."
And I'll have the note back, please.
Cory tries to get the note back.
To his credit.
It doesn't work, and she reads the note anyway.
And she excuses herself.
Mm-hmm. And I love Cory's excuse for getting up.
They had a lot of
iced tea at lunch.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Because, let's be honest, the less he knows, the better.
Look at his face, but seriously, I don't want to know. Now, Cory is in the hallway talking to her, and I may not have said what you thought I said. What? Somewhere in there that makes sense. But apparently she pretty much almost makes him feel bad, and he ends up getting back together with her.
Yeah.
Does it look like the face of someone who wants to break up? Wow.
That's the face of someone going, "Help me, help me, help me."
And her reaction was, "I love your face. I need a hug."
I love your face. She'll love wearing it even more.
So, this is where things got weird. This is where things got even weirder, because she gives him a hug, and that's fine. Whatever. We'll go with it. Our kids, I hope our kids turn out to be as sensitive as you.
And then Cory just goes, "Well, I hope they too." Wait, what?
It's a great reaction.
Yeah.
And then things get weirder, because then we get home, Sean and Cory discussing everything that just happened.
They walk into the
kitchen, and
and once you got another gasp that made it into the montage of Feeny gasps that didn't involve Feeny.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Why not? It's a great gasp. It's a great gasp. Apparently, Wendy is helping Amy make dinner, and she has a knife, and this freaks out Sean.
Back away now.
Apparently, she made scalloped potatoes from scratch.
She make the potatoes from scratch?
I don't know, but I love how Cory's going on this whole thing. Why don't you move in and we can be a big potato eating family? What the fuck? Cory's lost it at this point. He's officially lost it at this point. But until she wins it back over with Belgian waffles.
Yeah.
Which, okay, that's Belgian waffles. I really can't argue with Belgian waffles. So, her grandparents have been together for 66 years. Okay, go with that.
Yeah.
My grandparents for 60 plus years before her grandfather died. So I'll go with that. I'm on an emotional roller coaster, which is a great line reading by Cory. Fantastic line reading. Out of nowhere, in the middle of all this, Eric and Jason walk in, and they're discussing something. And all of a sudden, she just yells out, "I can get my hair cut as many times as I want."
Yeah.
And they leave. They leave. Anyone doesn't have a clue what's going on. It's like, huh? And I love Amy.
I'm just going in just for conditioning.
No, I love Amy going to ask Alan, should I wonder what's going on? And Alan's like, let me finish dinner. And then I'll observe. Very good. Very funny. Okay. So now we're up to the point where Wendy wants 3 kids. Because she has 2 siblings and Cory has 2 siblings, so why not?
And this sets off Alan's alarm bells.
What do you think about that, Gramps?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, he does call him Gramps in the Christmas episode last year.
Yeah.
He did call him that, which is very funny now looking back. So this, you caught this. I didn't even catch this. As
Alan takes...
and Cory leave.
And Alan still got the spoon with the scalloped potatoes on it.
Fantastic. Nutcase, you think? Go back in. So now Alan's just going to go along with the ride and see where this goes. Goes. And he couldn't, I don't know if he broke or just couldn't get the line out without laughing.
Yeah.
Because he went and said, the line was, how many are you going to raise the family on his $5 week allowance? And Alan couldn't even get the line out without cracking up. He could not even get it out of his
And let's be honest, the outtakes must be funny if that's the best take they had.
Seriously, he lost it. Well, they have a lot of growing up to do, according to Wendy. That's good to know. But and Cory's like, wait. But they're going to grow up together. You want to go outside again? And during all this, Morgan asks if he's going to be her sister when they get married, and Alan is down in on the whole thing. Like,
oh, God, she's got Morgan.
And then Amy starts laughing and smiling. They got both the ladies. So now, Morgan, just being innocent Morgan, goes and says, want to play doll, sis? And they go upstairs.
Yeah.
And Morgan, he can't really play Morgan. Morgan's a little girl. She's going with the flow.
Yeah.
It's like Augie on Growing World. He just goes with the flow, and he's just in a
Yeah.
little world. freaking Og and Gormy Droll is like married. I don't know what the fuck goes on in his world, his little imaginary world. So, anyway, go upstairs and make yourself at home. And Cory's like, yeah, move in.
Yeah.
So, Alan does point out that she's a little blonde loon, which you love that line when he said it.
Amy doesn't see anything wrong here.
Amy, to her credit, she's being realistic to the point where she's just playing house. She's just having a little bit of fun. I can go with it. Amy's perspective, I can go with it. Until Wendy comes down with a picture of Alan and Amy and when they got married and says, hopefully in the future you get to try on your wedding dress.
Beep, 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 beep.
Cut back to school. And we get back to Turner and Feeny. This was hysterical. I lost it with this scene.
Feeny looks like he hasn't broken a sweat. Turner looks like he's just been...
Oh, my God.
Turner looks like he just went 12 rounds with Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yes, and Turner got killed by Feeny, and I loved Turner's impression of Feeny. It was hysterical because it's like, oh, I wonder if I can keep up with this game. Oh, another point.
Oh, look, another point for me.
Funny, very good. Feeny is so giddy, like a little schoolgirl giddy that he won, and he hustled freaking Turner on what looked like a 20. Yeah. I didn't understand how much was on the way. It looked like a 20 to me.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Turner, I don't play pool either.
Feeny's fantastic in this part. He's fantastic. So, okay, this is where things got even stranger with Wendy, because Cory does try to break up with her. But she ends up inviting him in. Oh, first, before we left the house, she made us dessert and read to us. Yeah. What the hell? That's number one. Number two, he tries to break up with her. But instead, she came inside. They had cookies.
Oatmeal cookies.
Cookies, and they sang Big Rock Candy Mountain with their grandma?
While she played the organ.
What the fuck is going on here? 4 generations under one roof.
4 generations of crazy.
And then we get one of my favorite sequences ever. I love this one. This is meme heavy. I love this one so much. This is where we get one of my favorite lines because we cut to the
we do a flash forward.
A fantasy in Cory's head, and old Cory and old Wendy sitting at their booth at Chubby's still apparently.
And props to the makeup department on the old guy makeup there.
I forgot this is this season actually.
Yeah.
I forgot this is this season. This is later in the series. And he's stuffing rolls into his pocket. One of my favorite lines of all time.
Not even his pocket. He's just throwing them into his vest.
So probably pockets in there, too. They want you to take the rolls.
They want you to take the rolls.
I think I've quoted that line many, many a time since this episode happened. They're lucky with the money they charge us. They're lucky we don't take the silverware. As he's putting the silverware and a plate into his vest. What the hell? I just wrote down because you made a point. Old Cory and old Sean are fucking amazing. We're brilliant.
Yeah.
It was a great scene.
Because oddly enough, what the other things in there: a well-thumbed issue of Penthouse, several quarterly business reports, and oddly enough, there is a couple of ICBM launch codes.
Well, every day at 4:30, they come here for the early bird special, and Sean every single day says, "Cory, is that you?" Wow. My mind's not as sharp as it used to be.
Was it ever sharp?
You said that, you and Cory, that I've known you long enough. It never was. Okay, so this is where the time is weird here. They've been married 90 years.
So Cory's apparently 103
That's
here.
what I got here. And apparently, according to the Miss Universe, 90 years is the potato anniversary. Going back to the potatoes from earlier in the episode.
Potato!
Funny. But then we go back to, they want you to take the role! I have to make the point on this one.
They want you to take the roles!
I might just get that song I'd open the show with it, because that's hysterical to me every time. So then, Sean leaves, because apparently he sees some hot lady that he stares at her ass, and he just chases her like he does.
Yeah, I just noticed that even in a Disney show, he looks right at the ass.
Why not? At this point, it's his ABC family. We're noticing this just got. You see why Disney Channel never aired these episodes on their station. I'm noticing. Why.
Actually, the only two they never aired was that one where he dreams about killing everyone.
We'll get to that later.
And there was another one. I think it had to do with no strings attached sex.
We'll get to it when we get to it. We'll get there. So you have him in So Wendy shows back up with prunes and more rolls, and he sticks the prunes into his vest.
Jar it all.
That'll get me through the week.
Yeah.
And she asked if she missed him. You haven't been out of my state for the last 90 years. So I did write this down. Wonderful life. 3 or 4 beautiful kids, a left kidney, and a pair of socks that he's currently wearing and has never taken off in the last 90 years.
Oh, man, his feet stink.
Thank you for loving me and giving me a wonderful life. But I love the fact left kidney? What?
3 or 4 kids. What? Do they have another Do they have another Morgan?
He lost count.
Yeah.
He lost count in his years. He's 103. He lost count. So, Mr. Feeny shows up in his dream sequence.
And he's remarkably...
Absolutely nothing's changed in the 90 years since Feeny should have died by now.
Feeny should be a head in a jar by now.
Well, apparently he catches him on the dinner rolls and the sweet and low that he has in his other pocket.
I bought those! I'm shocked he caught him on those, but not about the other 6,000 things in his vest.
So, then we go back to reality, and Feeny's trying to wake him up from this dream sequence, and the 2 things that he says are, I only took 3 bags!
Mr. Matthews.
It's because it's coming out... Oh, wait. This is coming out of your tip. So Feeny sends him to class. And
here's a tip for you, Mr. Matthews. Get to class.
And Cory, I'm late. My wife's going to be so mad at me.
I'm actually shocked that Feeny didn't react to that.
He no-sold that. I don't know why he no-sold it, but he no-sold it. So we get back to Chubby's. And this is very anticlimactic end of this episode. Because apparently red meat and cheese are no good for him, apparently, because of Wendy. Whatever, we'll go with it. Just because this gets weird. It gets oddly ending. And he pretty much openly admits that he wasn't looking for a lifelong relationship. He was just looking for a date when this whole thing started.
Yeah.
And she pretty much says, oh, then we're over. Because this is all based on a lie. Like I said, very anticlimactic. Wait, what? What happened here?
Well, it's based on a lot of relationships begin with someone looking for a date.
Well, it doesn't mean anything if it's not something we both really wanted. And she leaves. Cory's just sitting there. And she runs into Sean. Sean sits down with him, and he's really excited about Cory being single, and apparently he has twins that he wants them to go date. Like, okay, why not? Yeah. And Cory misses Wendy and kicks his foot up on the table, and he's wearing the socks that she bought him. And that's the end of the episode.
Well, that was very bittersweet.
I know, seriously, it just ended. I'm like, huh?
I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, despite the fact that she was a fucking loon.
But she broke up with him?
Yeah.
This is very almost Seinfeld-like. Like, what happened here? Like, huh?
Really? I thought by this point she'd be wearing his skin as a suit.
So, that's how we end the show.
Yeah.
We hit the credits, and Eric trying to break up with his hairdresser. Just so random. Like, how did we end this show? Okay,
how can you break up with her?
Well, apparently he can't, because she says she'll be very rough with him if he does. Then, okay. It's just done. I'll tell you on the show. Okay, that's it. Very weird ending to this really strange show. How do you rate this? Seriously.
An 8.
An 8? I have to stick with my 7 on this, because this is a weird episode. Has some of my favorite scenes of all time. That dream sequence is one of my favorite scenes ever.
Not to mention the fact it also gets a callback in Girl Meets Pluto.
Yes, I do love the roles.
They want you to take the roles!
Fantastic. So, that is it. And for those following along on DVD, we just finished Disc 2 of Season 2. We're on our final disc of Season 2, which is really cool. I'm not going to lie. Next up,
Danger Boy.
Danger Boy! I cannot wait for this episode. Written by Glenn Manzer and directed by David Trainer. What Danger Boy? You know what it is. You don't have to look up on your phone. What Danger Boy about, Kyle?
That's the one with the friggin' roller coaster.
I cannot wait for this. So that'll be our next episode.
Personally, I like the fact that they issue you a vest for that roller coaster with a built-in barf bag.
Why not? So, that being said, as always, you can contact the show at boyandretrocast@gmail.com, boyandretro on Twitter. Call us 414-882-8965 and leave a message and tell us what you think of the show, and I'll put it at the beginning of this show. Put it at the beginning of future shows so we can hear what you have to say. That being said, thank you all for listening to Boy and Retrocast. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
Have a good day, everyone.
Do not anger the Feeny.
small little match didn't take it all out of you, did it?
Oh, yeah, you're some piece of work, George.